Hi, I'm Liam Doherty, Angel Guy, and welcome to my channel, Liam Love Light. If you'd like to open up your screens into YouTube, if you just follow the box below here, it will open it up. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, if you follow the link below here, it will allow you to pick the subscription feature there, and you can get all my latest updates of when I do videos and the things that I discuss in these. So, what have we got in store today? Well, we're going to be discussing what's going on in the skies through astrology. We've got angel readings as well to guide us through this period. We've got crystal therapy, and we've got messages from the angels and the Egyptian masters. So we've got a lot going on here. So I'm also going to do some prayer work at the end, so it'd be nice if you joined me for that. But let's get rolling. Okay, so welcome to the new moon in Gemini, which came to us on, depending on where you are in the world, we've got the 4th of June at 7:59 Pacific, or the 5th of June at 3:59 AM, and it's at 14 degrees, 53 minutes. Now, the interesting thing about that is the new moon in Gemini is a very, very powerful one for us in regards to our thinking, because Geminis are a social butterfly. They're very curious, and they're about speaking about many different things. Now, the sun and the moon will align with Venus during this period, which will, Venus is the goddess of beauty, abundance, joy and happiness. So this is going to be really good for Gemini, because it's going to allow us to utilize those energies to bring to us all those wonderful things as we speak out in the world. And the key focus here is really about speaking with love. Now, the main focus here in regards to the planets is this huge grand cross in the mutable signs. Now, what we're going to experience here is we're going to find that we're going to be pulled in many different directions. So you're really going to feel that from within, regarding situations outside of ourselves. There's just so much going on. Now, we've got a T-square between Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and the North Node in Virgo. So there's going to be this feeling of like optimism and pessimism at the same time. There's going to be this, with the new moon in Gemini, there's going to be this this wanting to talk about things, but we're also going to have to be conscious that we're also listening, because it's about also giving other people an opportunity to speak their truth and and release from them what they need to. So there's going to be this pulling and pushing and toing and throwing. It's going to be quite a time for us. We've also got a square with Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, Saturn is the ruler of regulations, and it really wants to be very cautious about everything. But with Sagittarius energy, which is so much more playful, it's about us taking risks and wanting to be free. So we've got that pulling and pushing aspect there as well. And then we've got a square to Neptune in Pisces. Now, Neptune in Pisces is in its ruling planet, so it's very happy there. But it's going to be this whole epilogue of us really relating to, well, what's real and what's not? Who can we trust and who can't we? So there's going to be that aspect of things going on as well, which is really exciting, but also challenging. So, this is about us overcoming the things. We didn't come to this world just to have, roses and champagne, so to speak, an easy ride. We came here to learn. We came here to, to expand our consciousness, expand ourselves, to learn new gifts about ourselves, to learn who we truly are. And this new moon is really going to help us do it. This grand cross and the mutable signs will really be that catalyst, keep those things moving, so that we can go beyond what we think, experience new aspects of ourselves, dream big to be big, but also take the actions along the way to make that happen. So at the fourth corner there, we've got the sun and the moon in Venus. So there's going to be a huge aspect of that, which is really going to allow us to feel that beauty and that love coming through, because that Neptune in Pisces energy will point us towards new realities and sends us ideas of that consciousness that we are connected to everyone, that we are all one. Whereas, you know, that Saturn energy there is really, you know, sort of pulling us apart. You know, it's more about separation. It's more about I'm you and, you know, I'm me and you're you. So, you know, we've got that pulling and throwing there, which is very important for us to be aware of. Now Mars is in opposite to Mercury, so there's going to be like this buzzy thinking that's going to be going on, which will be energizing, but at the same time it's going to be a good time for us to ground ourselves and really find our center. So, you know, it's because there's so little in fixed signs at the moment, it's going to be very overwhelming for us, and we're going to find that we're going to be feeling that possibly people are going to be asking too much of ourselves. So, you know, now's the time to really focus on those attributes of us really centering ourselves, whether that's meditation, whether it's listening to music and dancing and, you know, and sort of really bringing ourselves into the present. It's about really letting go of the past and focusing too much on the future and really aligning ourselves into the present. And this is going to be very important for us to do that, because it's about us releasing control and going more with the flow, especially if you have lots of fixed elements in your natal chart. That's going to be very important. So Jupiter is square to the Sun, Moon and Venus, so it's all about us expanding our consciousness. Jupiter's opposition to Neptune is going to help us refine this, and it's going to allow our inner sight to show us the way to expand ourselves, to expand our consciousness as we move forward. So the key focus here is about service. It's, you know, it's about service to the world. Of course, it's about service to ourselves as well. I've mentioned this sometimes, you know, I've mentioned this in previous videos. You know, we can't be of service to others if we haven't really conquered ourselves. You know, how are we of service to ourselves? How do we love ourselves? How do we connect into that love and really, you know, shine that out into the world so that we can become that magnet, so that we, you know, we attract loving things into our lives and the very best for ourselves. And that's how we become service to others, because, you know, we become that beacon of light and, you know, and put that out into the world. So there's going to be feelings with this, you know, this Jupiterian energy here, when, you know, as we expand, as, you know, our consciousness, that we're going to want to purify our body, especially with, you know, that Virgo energy there. You know, it's going to be about us really, you know, the North Node in Virgo. It's going to be about us really wanting to, you know, to purify our bodies, because we are expanding from within. We are, you know, purifying ourselves, and we're going to want to do that to allow ourselves to upgrade our bodies and our spirits, to shift vibrations, because we are being upgraded. You know, you may have noticed that, you know, that you've been feeling tired or lots of fatigue recently. You know, that's because we're upgrading. You know, and that Jupiter in Virgo and Pluto in Capricorn, you know, and Mercury in Taurus, which I've spoken about before. You know, that grand trine in Earth. You know, it shows us that we're ascending. You know, Earth is ascending, but just as Earth is ascending, so are we. So we're becoming more crystalline in our structures. You know, so there's going to be, you know, we need to take care of ourselves. That means, you know, make sure that you're drinking enough water. You know, make sure that we're taking enough exercise. So there's going to be a focus here with the life-work balance. You know, but the important thing here is do it in segments. You know, don't feel like you've got to conquer everything in a day. You know, that Gemini can get a bit overwhelming sometimes, and it can be like, I want to do too much all at once. So, you know, watch out for that. You know, if you start getting that overwhelming feeling, you know, bring yourself back to balance, you know, and really try and do things by segments. You know, it's important to focus maybe, you know, one day on, you know, on your personal life, another day on your work life, another day on your spiritual life, and then try and bring everything together. You know, but it's important to, you know, to center yourself as we move through these energies. Now, the important thing here is, you know, Gemini is very curious. So the old won't do anymore. It's not going to do. And, you know, if we feel that restlessness inside of ourselves, the universe is showing us, you know, where we're not happy, where we need to make changes. So if things are not working for you, if, you know, it may be time to change them now. You know, because if they're not bringing you satisfaction anymore, then, you know, time for a change. So, you know, this new moon in Gemini is really going to allow us that opportunity to gauge what we need to change and let go of the things that we need to let go of in order to bring that new perspective, that new thinking. Now, The interesting thing about new moons is they're a time for us to really set new intentions. It's about fresh intentions, new thinking, and certainly with this new Gemini moon, it's about us really putting those, planting those seeds so that they can grow. So, the planets are telling us to speak from the heart. This is all about us speaking from the heart. All the planets are aligning to show us, we're going deep within ourselves. We're expanding from within. We're being upgraded. We're ascending. So now is a time for us to really, speak from love. Now, Gemini is very much the communicator. It's very much, the social butterfly. And the thing is, Gemini can also be very light-hearted as well. You don't have to be deep all the time in terms of some the conversations we have. Now, for example, when you speak about love and when you give love, there it's that intention that comes with it. So it's you can spread love by complimenting someone, by saying, you've got a very nice dress, I really like the that top you've got on, you've got a lovely haircut, things like this. If you want to go deeper, then that's even greater, because it shows how we're feeling comfortable with ourselves. If we're a very deep person, you'll find us wanting to talk about deep things. If you're if you're more surface driven, a bit more superficial, then you may want to talk about more superficial things. But nonetheless, love is love, and whatever we do to make other people happy, it comes from that intention of love. Now, the interesting thing here is I'm a shaman. I don't know if you know that already. And, shamans very much focus on that heart-centeredness there. And they say, the shamans say that the longest journey we'll ever make is the journey from here to here, which is about 9 inches. That's the heart I'm pointing at here. And that journey is the journey of the ego into the heart. And what this new moon is about is that journey, into our hearts here. How can we spread love and be that love out there in the world? How can we focus on service in order to to bring love out and bring some that feeling of humanity out into the world? Now, an interesting quote that I absolutely love is from Muhammad Ali, may he rest in peace, and he says, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." Now, isn't that amazing? That really resonates with me. I hope it resonates with you. So, now is the time for us to focus on the law of attraction as well. What we think about, what we put out there is ultimately what we've created. And we don't look back in the past, and we don't look into the future. We look at what's presenting itself now. And the way we work with the law of attraction is really, seeing the very best in everything. Seeing the love in everything, and seeing with gratitude and compassion and expanding upon that. And if you're not happy with the way things are, focus on smaller things and expand upon them, so that we're sending out, vibes to the universe, communications to the universe, saying we're very happy and we want more of this happiness. But if you're constantly thinking about what you don't have, then you're sending out vibes to the universe of saying, send me more of that. So it's about really fine-tuning your thinking here and really focusing on the things that we can be grateful of, and and really dreaming big with that. That Neptune energy there is really about us focusing on how can we dream things up and experience that reality in a day-to-day life, but also take the actions that we need to in order to make them real, and find gratitude in the things. Switch our thinking onto a positive mode. When you look at people, what do you see? Do you see love, or do you see criticism? That gives a really good indication about what you're feeling inside of yourself, because we are a mirror to everyone and everything out there. And if you see love in things, then that's how you feel inside of yourself. And that's the vibration that you carry, so you attract more of that. So the whole theme, really, of this Jupiter in North Nodes in Virgo energy is a theme for 2020, and it's a theme about collective service. It's about us collectively thinking. It's about collective service, and it's about us speaking with love and having that loving intention. Now, speaking out can be very difficult for some people, but it's about us using these the energies of this new moon to allow us to speak our truth. Don't hold ourselves back, to be free. Because holding back just makes you sick and very stale inside. So it's about us really, working with that and, and speaking from the heart, just like I do here with you. And I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity of doing that. Now, the Archangel of Gemini is Archangel Zadkiel. Now, Archangel Zadkiel is a beautiful energy of this purple, indigo blue energy, and he's just so powerful and beautiful, and he's full of strength, and his qualities are about compassion and love and forgiveness and healing painful memories from the past, and he's also the angel of memory and emotional healing, and we call upon Archangel Zadkiel by summoning him. So we're going to do that right now. Archangel Zadkiel, come to me. Archangel Zadkiel, be with me. Archangel Zadkiel, I am with you. And with that, I'm sensing and experiencing a beautiful, very warm energy around me. And I'm feeling it all around my shoulders and around my face and my heart as it opens up. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. I'm so experiencing your love and compassion in my heart. And I just feel this opportunity now of just saying 3 Om Mani Padme Hums. So I'm guided to do that. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Oh, I'm really feeling that very, very strong. It's beautiful. So I'm going to ask the angels what they have to share with us during this this moon period. Okay. So as I'm tuning in here, we're going to ask what messages come through from the angels today. So here we go. And the first message is Archangel Zadkiel. There we go. He comes through to teach us about the fact that we need to really focus on love and compassion in our everyday lives and be that beacon that we spoke about here of love and compassion, so that others can share that, because what we put out we bring to ourselves, and it's a ripple effect, and it's about us learning and teaching the essence of love. So as we compliment and give love out to people in whatever shape or form we do it with that intention, that comes back to us and it ripples. So it heals ourselves, it heals them, it heals the world, and we move towards this aspect of service to others. As Muhammad Ali mentioned in his beautiful quotation, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. So, what service are you bringing out there into the world to make it a more loving place? And that's what this is really showing us here today. Let's see what else the angels want to tell us as we tune in there to this one. Okay. Oh, this is very exciting. This is about Archangel Raguel, and Archangel Raguel is pointing to us that we're aligning ourselves with the divine order of who we truly are. That universal consciousness, thank you for that message, that universal consciousness is really making us aware that we're really tuning in now to our higher selves here through this unity consciousness that we're experiencing. In our hearts, as they open up, we're experiencing higher aspects of ourselves. We're hearing messages from the universal mind, from the divine order of where we're moving to in the world, in our own consciousness and in universal consciousness. So it's important now to tune into that as we move forward with this beautiful new moon in Gemini energy. And it's saying that as we focus on service and love, more gifts are going to come to us that will open ourselves up to allow us to be more free, be experiencing of the higher aspects of love and beauty in our lives. And this is a divine order that we've chosen for our lives. So well done, everybody. And finally, the last message is from Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel is really pointing towards us making time to really journal and focus on making sense of the things that come to us. There's going to be a lot of things that are coming through our sleep space here, and a lot of things that are going to be coming through our consciousness on a day-to-day basis. And Archangel Gabriel here is just saying, get a journal next to your bed, or next to your computer, or in your handbag or man bag, or whatever you've got, and and really take notes of some of the things that really stand out, because they'll allow us to go back and reflect upon the day when we go to sleep at night, or when we're in study and in study and you know, and make sense of things, because as we see things written down and as we communicate those things, we'll experience new things, new ways of looking at things, which is this very Gemini energy here. It's about experiencing those new ways of looking at things, and you know, and our higher consciousness will just channel that information through ourselves. So keep a journal, and you know, and you may even want to draw. You don't have to write things down. Draw, be creative. This is about creativity here. The Gemini and butterfly is about creativity. So you'll be drawn to many different things. But now is a time of change. Now is a time of, you know, recognizing our power with the divine order in which we've set ourselves out for in our soul journey. So, you know, be aware, you know, be open, and really move with the times there with an open mind. So I'd just like to thank the angels for all the information they've given us today, and these beautiful readings which provide us so much heart-centered information and love. And if any of you would like to go deeper for a reading, please do get in contact with me on my website. That's www.angel-guy.com, and I can go deeper into any aspect which I've discussed here today, or beyond, anything you want to have a look at. Please do continue to share these videos. You know, they're of service to you and others, so please do continue to share them out there on Facebook and wherever else you can. I do appreciate it, and thank you to everyone that supports me in that way. Namaste. The light I see in you is the light I reflect back. May you be blessed. Now, the interesting thing here for this zodiac period for Gemini is the crystal for Gemini is we've got lapis lazuli, and I love lapis lazuli. You've probably heard me speak so much about it. Lapis lazuli is such a powerful and high vibrational energy that it connects us to every aspect of what we need to. So it really helps us connect into all aspects of our chakras, our energy systems around ourselves. It helps clear any negativity around ourselves, and it's just such a powerful one to meditate, or just to relax ourselves, or to energize ourselves, or to connect to any aspect of ourselves in any type of dimensional way, or deep way. I'm also wearing it on my neck here. One of my friends brought that to me. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. And the other crystal for this period is this. So that is agate. Agate, can be taken in many different forms. I've also got this one here, which is an agate pyramid. And agate is a very, very powerful crystal. We can put it all areas of us. Oh, this feels so beautiful. I love the feeling of this. Oh gosh, that's amazing. We can really connect in with agate, because agate is a crystal which helps us to unblock emotional blocks which prevent us from loving. So we can use this particular crystal to help us unblock some of those aspects of ourselves. So when we're feeling like something is very heavy in the heart, or we're feeling a little bit blocked or run down, we can use this to help us unblock those energy portals and really connect into love. And we can call upon Archangel Zadkiel to also help us with that, because he's the archangel of memory and emotional healing, and of forgiveness and compassion, and we can really call upon that energy. And of course, we have the prayers as well. That the prayer of love and compassion, the Om Mani Padme Hum. Reciting that as many times as you want. You can use a mala, of course, if you want to really work with that. And focus more on that. But it's about the intention that we put out there, that love for ourselves and the world, and healing it and being of service. That's what it's all about. And of course, I'm also going to talk about, this is Ra, and Ra is the sun god. Now, if any of you haven't noticed, have you ever wondered what this was over my shoulder? This is in fact the sun god, Ra, or Inti, however you want to depict that, but he's the sun god. And interestingly enough, when I started these videos off, I never, I didn't realise that I'd actually started it off with, the sun god behind me while I'm doing a moon video. So I've got the balance of the male and the female energy here. And Ra is a very, very powerful masculine energy here to work with. during, you know, the new moon or the full moon. You can work with Ra anytime. I mean, he's a very, very powerful creator energy. Ra is the sun god in Egypt, you know, of everything. He's the creator of everything. He's the force of life and the creator of life. And we can call upon Ra by summoning his energy like this. Ra, come to me. Ra, be with me. Ra, I am with you. And Ra is a very powerful energy which can really help us shine light into our hearts, our souls, in any situation that we need to. And we can connect into those ancient Egyptian energies by really, you know, looking up into the sun during the day and calling upon Ra to shine his light on us, so that we can actually heal ourselves and be of a high vibration throughout the day. So thank you, Ra, and that's how you work with Ra. Okay, so, you know, thank you for joining me. I hope it's been very helpful for you. There's been a lot of information here today, and I'm going to be seeing you on the 20th of June for a full moon in Sagittarius. So just before I finish here, you know, I'm just going to say the Blue Buddha prayer, the Medicine Buddha prayer, just to really, you know, heal ourselves and just, you know, allow ourselves to clear any of that negativity that's been around ourselves and really connect ourselves in for this beautiful new moon in Gemini. So I'm just going to pray here with you with the Buddha of Lapis Lazuli as we say, Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Tachata Hom Bekonse Bekonse Maha Bekonse Raja Samyugotu Sava. Om Manabadmi Hom, Om Manabadmi Hom, Om Manabadmi Hom. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye.